And we're live. Hey, welcome one, welcome all. This is WA Meetings, Season 1, Episode 6, where today we're talking about Loki. Excitement. As as everybody knows, we're all here. Yeah, look at Richie-san already going nuts over there. We got Gary, we got Greg, we got Choco, we got Richie-san. Mimi will be here in a little bit. Crystal's currently out today, but she'll be here 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. She's all right. Everybody's all right. So, what are we doing? Choco, take it away,
First
brother.
off, we started off with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bro, come
Wow, baby.
Wow.
Wow. What the hell's going on? Choco, can we get some air hugs, bro?
This is true. This is true. Usually I like to wait till everybody else come in, but that's fine. Everybody's in the chat. Wow, family, come here.
Wow.
Accept this air hug, please.
Let's go, air hugs.
It's been a week, bro. We need it.
I hope y'all all feel that wherever you are, East Coast, West Coast, overseas. I hope you're in good health and in good spirits. If you're not in good health, I hope good health. I hope you're as healthy as you can be. And if you're not in good spirits, I hope by the end of this meeting,
yeah, baby,
guys, Rufio's
that'd be nice to pick you up.
Rufio's asking for a
Joker
year.
picker. Send us off, Joker.
Rufio asking for a year. Let's go, guys. Oh, and he's hosting. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
I like that.
Guys.
Joker, how's about our listeners overseas, different countries?
Yeah. I was about to say that right now. Like, I just wanted to say, guys, thank you so much for listening to us overseas, in Germany, India, France, Morocco. Was it North Korea? North Korea, I believe.
We all over the world.
Yeah, we all over the world.
We're Pitbull
man.
right now.
Thank
We're
you. Mexico's another one. Gracias.
Muchas gracias, Mexico. Muchas gracias.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Thanks you for listening to us. Por favor, please, por favors, leave us a comment on those audio podcasts so we know what we're doing right, what we're not doing right. You know, like, we like constructive criticism. That's great. Salty Dog is in here. Who's it? Who's this? King? King likes to party. What up, bro?
That's my boy. That's Thor for this Loki. This is Loki show I have Avengers coming.
Yo, lower the volume on the volume on the Twitch.
Repeating yourself, it's not good.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, what's up with Loki, bro? What's up with that show?
I think Chaco has to start this one off, bro.
Come on.
Because I feel like it's unanimous between us four, but I feel like I feel where you coming from though.
Like, I see. I always trying to make it. Fine. All right, so boom.
7 eyes later.
Loki is cool. Loki is a good show. I'm not saying it's not. It's just with how WandaVision went, we saw the direction where it was. The high was amazing. We all had our theories and it was all glorious. Then the finale happened. Feel me? Then we found out why the finale happened. Feel me? Then that led into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It was a good show. Had a little too, woke for me, but, that's cool. Now with Loki was mischief, amazing, was cool. I didn't like the behind, where it was, he seemed like a background character in his own show. I understand female Loki was, OP, but especially the first episode, Loki is a frost giant. He's a god, bro. Like, we seen him picking up whole motherfuckers. I gotta calm down because Twitch, you can't say too much.
Nah.
But like,
go hype,
we
bro.
seen him earth motherfuckers. Feel me? Like, we seen him how many people out their kicks. Feel me? So to him to go down that quickly without putting up a real fight, I was like, all right, that's cool. But it's like another Thor Ragnarok where Marvel's showing they can't show real good male characters without belittling them in some way. The Punishment, for instance. Trapped in a time loop, but kicking him in the.
But it definitely got Hawks on it over and over again.
Yeah.
Gotta hurt more.
Like the only good thing to me would like I said, the story's great. They could have put a little bit more sazon on that. Feel me? Because WandaVision was so there, but the dessert was just feel me? Falcon and Winter Soldier was.
I feel you.
It wasn't just salt and pepper in the seasoning, but it was when they put too much cheese in the baked mac and cheese and not enough season, it's like, it's slap. You give me the itis, but it don't slap. But this, the sazon was a little more.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I went the complete opposite way with that. I was like exactly what you said. Loki was a beast, and for them to be able to just depower him like that was just. It showed really like his importance in all of this. At the end of the day, is like we don't care. We're really the guys behind the curtain. Like
I think something we're missing the fact is how strong Kang is in this here.
Oh, we haven't spoke about that one.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, because you guys are saying how Loki is so strong and how he's this and that. You gotta that just shows like the like. How huge, you know what I mean? Like how big this man swung is, if you know what I mean. Like
I get
dude,
it.
Like
I didn't really see him like. I didn't see him like it represented as being weak when he got there. They kind of explained it well.
Exactly.
It was like the reason why no power works there was because of the placement of it was at the end of time where no magic exists. So it wasn't like. Somebody was so powerful to be like, I control
you. Without magic, he's still giving you the hands. He can kick you and kick you.
Yeah. Everywhere else he had magic. Once he got out that area, he was.
But I'm saying that means magic, strength wise, Loki's strong as hell.
Yeah, but he going against strong people too. I mean, from what I see, besides the agents and everybody, they're all Lokis in every episode. Everybody's fighting strong. To the point where you find the big boss.
That's why, just like in our last show, if you guys didn't catch it on Instagram, we have a new show called Let's Talk About It 9.
Yep.
Every Thursday where we hype up the episode before, but we spoke about it.
Hosted by Bro Tachi.
The symbolism and it was eye opening.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Like Chuckle, since you were kind of iffy about it, how did you watch it? Did you watch it like me, like weekly, or did you binge it?
I can't binge that, baby. You know what I'm saying? We get that $3.99 when we can. You know how it goes.
I will say this. After this episode, whenever you have free time again, binge it. And treat it like a movie rather than a show. And it really shines because I was on the same page with you. Like I told Greg yesterday, you saw in the chat, I was like, yo, this shit is trash.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is trash. I don't need a season 2.
Post credit was the main only value.
Gary, something that I see a lot of people are missing too is the fact that this show interpretation of story is being told visually. Like a lot of the story is being told visually. Like if you pay attention to how the room is, with the angles that the camera does, bro, you're gonna get the story like that. Is amazing. Like this, bro. That is how Black Widow should have been done.
Yeah,
for sure. Don't buy that shit. Don't watch it.
we still salty.
We still salty over that.
Shout out to Captain Salty, though.
Yeah, Captain Salty.
We was all Captain Salty.
Oh, that's our song.
Shout outs to my boy Red Guardian for saving that movie.
I will say this, whether you think this is a spicy thing or not. This out of all the 3 shows we got this year from Disney. Loki's top. Loki was the best.
Yeah, Loki was
number one.
And that I don't know if that's saying something or that's just our expectations. I don't know, as fans.
I think it has a lot to do with how much we like Loki. Like because, dude, since day one, right? Since story 1, we love Loki. Like everybody fell in love with Loki.
Yeah.
Like the way he acted, the way he just tried to fuck with Thor is dope. Is what he does.
Listen, Tom Hiddleston, the same way
he was born to play that role. Just how, My man,
My Loki.
just how RDJ was born to
That's
play Iron
Obi-Wan
Man, that
Loki.
man was born to play Loki.
And
That's
then
my
remember, man, Loki's been very prominent in his role in the MCU. You know, he was our villain for our first Avengers movie.
Thank you, Salty Dog. Thank you for
You
the
know,
love.
Yeah, who sent
I might
him
say,
though?
man,
I get you. You know,
Who
praise
sent
Lord
him, though?
Thanos. And even then, like our first scene of Thanos, where we were like, "Oh, he's not playing," was snapping Loki's neck.
Which
Yo,
even in
chat,
that,
yo, chat,
we
listen to
can't
me
get
real
into
quick,
that. Yeah,
chat.
yeah.
But I get
Yo,
what you're
chat.
saying. That's still left in the air.
I still say Loki should have popped on Lord Thanos before he gave him the space. But that's for another topic.
I mean,
Yo,
he never,
chat.
never
direct.
understood that.
Yo,
Hold on,
chat,
chat.
yo,
He
chat.
never
Let's go.
direct.
Guys, hold on. Yo, chat. If Greg says Thanos 3 times, we're gonna punish this man. It's Thanos, okay? Thanos.
Listen, we New Yorkers. His name is Thanos.
Thanos, nigga.
Nice.
Bro.
With the fitted cap and the fucking
Exactly.
Timbs,
Yeah.
boy.
Yo, guys, before we continue, can we
He's dead
appreciate
ass nose.
how this show started? Bro, the show started off the bat right at the end of off Endgame.
Yeah.
I love that. Dude, I love that.
Yeah.
Like Barfo, they literally chose like the scene, like scene for scene, exactly how it was. They didn't change anything. All they changed was after he teleported. That's it.
It kind of just made my mind just go right back.
Dude, I loved it. I fucking loved it. I was like, I felt. You want to know how this show is perfect to watch? Watch Endgame and then watch the show.
That'll be fire. They stop at that part.
Infinity War is better, but I feel what you're saying though.
All hell Thanos.
Here's my thing about
That's
Infinity
one,
War and
guys.
Endgame.
Chad, that's one.
I feel like Infinity War and Endgame were events. I don't even count them as movies.
Yeah, they were events.
They were events. They were a
They were
cultural milestone. Like you're gonna, like years from now, you're gonna meet a group of nerds and you'll be like, "Yo, where did you go watch Infinity War and Endgame?" I feel like it's like that.
I believe you can't talk about Endgame.
I only have one
And
regret.
you can't talk about Infinity War without talking about Endgame.
Nah, I definitely can.
I watched Endgame 3 times.
Nah,
Nah,
watched
I
Endgame 3
definitely
times at the
can.
theater.
Infinity
no.
Endgame, Infinity War. Facts.
Okay,
Facts.
fanboyism has no place in
No,
a debate where it has
Oh
nothing
my
to do
God.
with a character.
No.
Nah, the
Stop.
graphics are beautiful.
Flag on the play. Yellow flag automatically. Tachi can confirm this. I admit my biasness without question.
This is true. Like my love for Rachel.
You cannot tell me that there were no dry spots in Infinity War. Feel me? They like start to finish straight. Feel me? Endgame. Come on, bro. Professor Hulk didn't live up to expectation. The reason for the time travel, feel me?
I will
the
say
widow
this.
sacrifice, like
Yo, Chaco, I'm on the same page with you.
I
Now
feel
that
like
you
Harry is.
explaining
Take over
it,
for me, Harry. Take over
now
for me,
that you
Harry.
explaining it, I'm on the same page with you because now I'm putting my head back to where Infinity War was. Yo, it was somber leaving that theater.
My only regret was
Nobody
not
was
clapping.
talking.
My only
This
regret was not
after
clapping.
the snap, and it was just quiet.
Grown man was
Everybody
crying.
was like, "Damn!"
Bro, I
and then
remember
you
that
go
movie
on
theater.
Google,
I remember that movie theater.
Tears.
and then you go on Google and put in Infinity War, and everything starts disappearing too.
All the memes.
You should have gone for the head.
Should've gone.
I
Let me
don't
ask
feel
you
so
something.
good, Mr. Stark.
was cold.
Let me
That
ask
was
you
cold.
something, guys. Let me ask you something.
Cold.
So do you think that Infinity War's sacrifice had more of an impact than Endgame sacrifice?
Yes. At first, no.
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
feel
think
no
so.
ways to
At
Endgame.
first,
I'm gonna
no.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why I don't think so. I'm gonna
Go
tell you
for it.
why because the sacrifice in Infinity War.
And then
was
after this, we got to get back to
kinda-
Loki.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see?
I
was
gonna
like I
say,
said,
really-
Infinity
it
War
didn't-
better than Endgame. It's
It
same.
didn't live up to it because of the fact that we got Gamora back anyway. It's not our same Gamora, but we have it back.
I got something for that though. If it was just that, I'd be on the same page with you. But the fact that the blip itself actually had repercussions in the MCU is what made it worth it. The fact that nobody was just back and everything was just the way that it was, like
Did you
there
do
was
it?
there was this thing about Thanos where you kind of hated him, but you sympathized with him. You
Yeah.
understood.
Yeah.
It wasn't sympathy. You understood it. Boy.
You
Like,
understood
there was
it.
reason
You
for
didn't like it, but you understood it. And then
right.
and then when
Everyone
you
has
bring
their
all
own
those people back, like you see it in Spider-Man, everybody that like if I would have blipped out, and when it came back, my little brother was older than me. It wasn't just everything was back to normal. And then that's where those repercussions you see in Falcon and Winter Soldier, where you have people literally fighting like the world was better without y'all, and now we're back to being in poverty because y'all came back.
I don't feel so good,
Yo,
Mr. Stark.
Thanks for following
I
Illuminati.
don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Facts, Vega.
If it wasn't for the blip, like if they would have left that out, then I would have been on your page, Richie. I'd be like, yeah, it didn't matter at the end of the day because everybody came back.
I mean, the fact that wasn't the sacrifice that I was talking about, but sure.
But you get what I'm saying.
I was talking about the Soul Stone sacrifice.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, right?
So
like
that Loki episode.
I get it.
I get back on Loki track.
All right,
so
back on Loki.
Sacrifices. There's a lot of sacrifices in Loki.
So
Richie,
take it off, bro, Tati. Take it off. Since
Because send me on Thanos, there's a lot of Thanos references in there too.
God damn it, that's 3 Thanos, guys.
There you go. A house gonna drop on you now, baby.
All right, so Greg, while you say that, I just want the chat to answer real quick. Kang or Thanos? Who you think is gonna be bigger in the MCU?
No.
But take it away, Greg. Take it away, Greg.
So while I lead the chat to that hard question, we're gonna
that's easy question.
Kind of piggyback on what we have on already talked about. I want to fast forward and get to all our best parts, all our like most meaningful moments in that Loki series. Because even though there was a lot of Easter eggs and a lot of story, I know we got best parts. So to me, my best part, I'll just start it off. Was when I thought Loki died, when he got freaking vaporized and sent to the void. I really thought it was over. I thought that was it. I didn't know how to figure it out. I thought Sylvie was just going to be that next one. And if she was, I was going to quit.
That sounds like some stuff they would have done too.
Yeah, I would have done that. Like that. So I thought that part kind of brought a lot out.
At the end of that episode.
Ooh,
the end of that episode.
Shut up.
Shut up. It brought the audience, and well, me as the audience, that's what brought me in. Like I love Mobius and the connection.
What I love the most about Loki is that at the end of each episode, you were at the edge of your seat to know what the fuck was happening on the next one.
But that one episode that Greg was talking about is when it just skyrocketed.
Oh,
that's when it kicked off, and it was like, all right, I got
definitely kicked off. Like
that whole episode was just like information, blah blah blah, feelings,
Illuminati.
Let's go. Wow, Deadpool popping again. That's scary.
Yo, the like I said, I enjoy the show. I watched it 3 times already.
Jesus.
I did too. I watched it again today.
One, I watched it as the episodes came out. Second, I watched it as a movie. The third one, I started paying attention more to the background than the actual like characters. And I gotta say, man, you mentioned something in Greg's Let's Talk About It every Thursday at 9 o'clock.
Every Thursday.
And you mentioned something about the symbolism of Loki battling himself. Loki trying to empower himself, understand himself, and believe in himself. Dude,
I had a fourth one and also negotiate with himself.
Do you know how strong that is? That's such a strong symbolism that some people don't even grasp how big and how much it fleshes out the character.
Yeah. And you saw it way before.
Oh, yeah.
You saw it way before. It was right after the episode that Greg talked about, where all the Lokis are just boasting about how they got. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, you see our Loki, and he's like, damn, I'm not, I ain't shit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Wait, guys. Let me ask you something. On that particular episode, did you guys pay attention to Loki's face when Kid Loki said how he became and damn it, I lost the fucking name. You got me, maybe. Come on. I know you know the name. A variant. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just see his face.
Yo, he said why. He looked shook.
Yo,
he was like,
he said, how did you become a variant? He told them, and then he said, oh, I killed my Thor.
I want to ask everybody, how did Kid Loki kill Thor? And it was mentioned in another MCU movie.
Pay attention. Lord.
Anybody got it? Nah.
3, 2, 1.
Thor Ragnarok.
Boom.
Thor Ragnarok.
See, but y'all all gotta forgetting though that this Loki is not y'all Loki though.
I get what you're saying, but remember the reason why he was a variant is because he actually succeeded in what our Loki failed at.
Of course.
So when Thor is saying, my brother's the worst, he actually hit like a snake and popped out and stabbed me, but it didn't work. our kid Loki, and then
worked.
the key word is when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
That one actually.
That was like way back there. That was like way back there. So it was dope to see that.
Did you guys feel the same way I felt when he was watching Ragnarok happen and when he was watching Endgame? No, when he was watching Infinity War happen.
When
he's watching the film.
Yeah, when Asgard get destroyed.
Dude, I felt so. He was crying.
I feel bad.
Dude, I felt so sad for him.
I love Loki to death, but I'm not.
Remember, he wanted to take over it. That's why.
Yeah, like he didn't want it destroyed. He wanted it for himself.
Yeah, it was supposed to happen.
Listen, I will say this: that scene where his mom dies and he watches it.
That's what I was saying, bro.
Was equivalent to you remember the movie Adam Sandler's Click?
Oh,
where he finds out his father passes away.
And
he goes back to the last moment, and he's just like, there.
He's rewinding it, bro. He keeps rewinding
That's kind of the same feeling I got with that Loki, because he just left it there. And then when Owen Wilson's character Mobius says, he was like, "That was your fault. You send him down the corridor for Thor, but in reality, you send him."
But in reality, it was your mother.
Yep. So another thing, Mobius. If it wasn't for Mobius, we would have never got this Loki. Yeah. Like he kept. It felt like a therapy session every time they were together.
If it wasn't for that accident that dropped that mistake in Endgame, I wouldn't have this Loki.
Iron Man.
True.
Talk about it.
It's all because Iron Man didn't want to let Hulk in the elevator.
This is true.
Yo, did you guys
wait?
Do you guys think this was written or this came up as an idea? I think this came up as an idea after Endgame. I don't think this was.
I think Kevin Feige. I don't think so. Feige has everything mapped out.
Yeah. The only thing I think wasn't playing was Black Widow.
Bro, because you really got to sit down and be like,
no, Black Widow was playing. It just took them years to fucking.
Yeah, Black Widow was garbage. Don't talk about
now it's garbage.
I still didn't watch it.
It should have been came out. That
was it's your money, baby. It's garbage. Don't watch it.
I didn't watch it because after
if Black Widow would have came out before Endgame, it would have made more sense.
If the movie would have came out, as Crystal said, right after Civil War, it would have been the perfect time for that movie.
But the deadline would have been dead ass before, right instead of Captain Marvel, Black Widow should have came out.
No, actually, it makes sense. Right after Civil War, that's when this happened.
Weezy, Black Widow was good. You bugging, bro. You bugging. Bro, was Black Widow good, or was whatever you was eating and smoking that day was like just on point?
Perfect.
Like, he might have just enjoyed the Pretty Women. That's
you can't even enjoy that because
I did.
Even the Taskmaster reveal, they got exposed.
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all capping it, right? Like
it was better than Loki. Now you trolling,
no. It wasn't better than Loki. You trolling, but we're gonna talk about it later.
Out of all them joints, Loki. This is even me saying.
The only reason why it was bad, because y'all kind of ODing with the timeline. Or it should be before this and before that. Y'all forget that the world was in a pandemic. It was supposed to come out during last year, but the pandemic happened.
But even if it came last year,
even if it came out last year,
it was still too late. Let me explain. The reason I'm saying it because the shows wouldn't have been out yet for us to have a criteria to talk about. Like we're saying, it should be a show. It should be this because we've been blessed with WandaVision and all that. If it would have came out last year, none of that existed. It would have started off, and it probably would have had more time.
I will say
Flag
this.
on the play.
Production stopped.
Flag on the play.
Production stopped when COVID
why, excuse me, sir. Why are you using logic, sir?
I'm sorry. It's not something.
What is this logic you're using, sir?
I only did it for her.
How dare you?
I will say this. I will say this. I don't like the direction in which the MCU is going. It's very prominent now with Falcon as well as Black Widow. We're going to get two different types of stories coming out with these movies now. We're going to get an espionage spy kind of MCU,
that wasn't
which
even
we
an
don't need.
Spy.
But you get what I'm saying?
That wasn't even.
But you get what I'm saying?
Bro,
we're going to get that. And then we're going to get what we actually want, which is this crazy multiversal. I love the fact that Marvel's getting weird, and they should stick to that.
But then at that rate, you should have kept Doctor Strange and WandaVision's ending. I will not give that up. I will
You
not
make
give
up
that
for it.
I
up.
will say this
The
though. Yo,
reasoning
Chaco.
for taking him out was stupid. I don't care.
So they're
It
asking,
fits,
are
though.
we reviewing Black Widow or Loki again?
Loki.
Like,
Sorry.
they're
You and
asking-
Loki, guys. We just
Still
really hate
hating.
Black
We
Widow.
still hate
We
it.
just really
It
hate
got too
Black
real.
Widow.
It
got
We're
too
still
real.
salty
I'm
about
sorry,
Black
Black
Widow.
Widow. I was
Hey,
trying to
listen,
change-
I don't know
I
about
was
you
trying to change
fuckers.
the
I
topic.
paid $30.99 for that
That's
shit.
all I was gonna say, chat.
I paid.
It was like 5 of us. We paid the $29.99.
Like I paid for
Fire
that shit.
stick, fire
That
stick,
hurt, bro.
fire
That
stick,
hurt.
$3.99, $3.99 fire stick.
Bro,
Don't
I
touch
could have
it.
ate Chinese food for a whole week with $30.
Bro,
I
what?
don't understand, man.
Shit.
Nah,
Let's
not
get to
today.
Loki.
Not in today's world. For $30 Chinese? Nah.
One
Not
order.
for
One order would take
Chicken
you
and
long,
French
right?
fries,
French
like
fries,
7 cash over it. You
French
fucking-
fries and
Bro,
4 chicken wings.
That's
Between-
$5.99 over here in New York,
Listen,
baby.
$5.50.
Between my kids and myself today, we had Chinese. We spent $36.
But is that because of
This
you?
man is feeding a
You,
whole
Joker.
village.
Because you.
Get out of
You probably
here.
had-
My man
you
had a
probably
order
had
and a
little
half.
bowl.
Whole family.
Yeah, he said,
Fries
see
and
what
chicken
happened
wings.
was.
You guys know me. You guys know me.
You want 2 chickens? The rest is me? All right, good looking, guys.
Yo, Weezy, you lucky, bro. You lucky you watched it online.
Yo, guys,
That's
can
probably
we-
why you like
Oh, Siloon, thank you so much, girl, for the raid.
Yo, thank you.
Oh, well, go.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's get this time. Let's
Hey,
get some
you
shout out to the
follow.
chat.
Yeah, let's jump to the chat and then let's recuperate. We do have to stick on the topic of today's
Yeah, we
podcast.
do. Guys,
We all
I
over the
wanna-
place.
We're doing Loki.
We're
I
missing our
wanna
matriarchy.
I want to appreciate one thing from the show. I want to appreciate the fact that we are actually making Fantastic Four canon.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
We get
This
it,
is
bro.
true.
We get it.
That-
bro.
that's
Yo,
the
to
thing.
me-
That's
yo,
the- that's
to
the only
me,
good reason. Only
Y'all
good
don't,
thing.
no, but y'all
Facts.
don't understand. To me, this is as big as Broly being canon in DBZ.
This is
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Nah, we
Great.
like this is a fact though. This is a fact though. I'll give you that.
They became canon in WandaVision. That's
And
why I
for
was like,
and
yeah,
for
I'll take
and
my
for
hats off.
those that only
That was a
seen the-
letdown as well of WandaVision, but
Yeah.
we're sticking on. Loki. We're
I
sticking
mean,
on
technically, Greg, it was. I'm not. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Right,
No,
right.
no,
We're
no.
doing
After-
Loki
after-
today.
after-
We're doing
after-
We're
Loki.
Loki. We're Loki
We're
today.
doing Loki today.
Greens up, greens up.
We can't talk about where they might be right now. We can't talk about where they might be right now.
No, we
Right,
can,
right.
we can,
We're
we
doing-
can because
we-
it
We
hypes up.
We have to stick on Loki though. We gotta stick on Loki.
We're doing
We-
Loki today.
We can't get too hyped. We
Let's
can't
do
get too
Loki
hyped.
today.
Listen,
too
I will
hype.
say this. I will say this. Even though we can't dive into any other show, I would say it would be a hindrance not to mention that ending scene. I feel you, Chaco. We should have seen Doctor Strange. I get you. But when you tie in the fact that Wanda's doing all this magic shit and then she hears her kids, and then you kind of like automatically click in your head, she's only hearing them because at that moment in time that we're watching is when the whole multiverse just branched out.
Yep.
All I'm saying is
Shit.
they edited Doctor Strange out. We seen it. We synced it. We seen the evidence. We got caught in
Let me blow your
4K.
minds. Hold up. Let me blow your minds.
But
Imagine
if we're
this,
sticking
right?
on the
Imagine
Fantastic
this.
Four, we've
Imagine
seen
this.
them
Let me blow your
already,
minds.
technically.
Let me blow your minds. Imagine as she's hearing her kids in next show or next movie or the multiverse of madness, the first thing we see is exactly what happened in Loki and the timeline branching out.
Okay.
I hear the Sue Surf reach.
Oh, y'all didn't get it?
Nah, you got to repeat that one.
Yeah, I didn't get it?
that one.
All right.
I
I
didn't
hear
get
the
that
Sue
one.
Surf
Now, what do you
reach.
think about that,
No,
chat?
listen. Here's that. All right. As she's hearing her kids, we get a flashback to what happened in Loki last episode, which is the main timeline branching out.
I hope we don't get that. I
It
feel
also
like that's
depends on when they're watching
this,
it.
Sounds like the
this
Sue
was
Surf reach. Yeah.
this is
That
one
makes
of the
sense.
this
What
is
makes
one
sense?
of the
Sue
biggest
Surf makes
gripes.
sense sometimes. I feel you.
This was one of the biggest gripes that I had about Loki. They didn't organically let Loki and Sylvie happen. It was always like we know what flirting looks like.
I have a question on that. I
Right.
have a question, but I don't know if I can ask it because it's kind of, like all right, so since they're all Lokis, right?
Yes.
Right?
Oh.
So stay on track with Mimi. Stay on track with me. Don't.
I gotta answer for this.
Know me? So if they're all Lokis, right? Like I said,
Yes.
my biggest pet peeve was, of course, our Loki was being belittled, or he was, but like I said, he's not our Loki. Our Loki, Infinity War. But
He's not Loki, OG too.
all I'm saying is they're all Lokis, and you have female superior super Loki and young Loki from Flashback. Is that is that incest or is that masturbation technically? Because that's
No,
Loki. That's
no.
Loki on Loki.
I
It's not
think
a word.
I think
It's
it's
not a
circle
word.
jerk.
Guys,
It's not
listen
a
to
word.
listen to
There's
this.
no
Listen to
such
this.
thing to have.
Is it wrong
To
touch
love
yourself?
yourself.
Guys, it's not wrong to
It's
love
that
yourself.
simple.
It's a
But it's
question.
that simple though.
It's a
I have an
question.
answer.
Like
It's
this
a,
is
that
this is
simple.
definitely taking
it's
it.
not really strange to me. It's not really strange to me at
It-
all.
it's-
Yo,
I mean,
Loki
I have an
action, of
answer.
course.
You cannot even think whether it's wrong or not, or whether it's morally right or it isn't,
Different multiverse.
because we
They
will
definitely
never.
brought it up in the show, Loki. Though
We will never.
they did.
But this is the
They
thing:
definitely-
you can't.
Gary's trying
You
to say
can't
what I'm
say
trying to
whether
say.
it's morally right because we've
Okay,
never
it
and
never
we will
happened.
never experience
It
that.
never is gonna happen.
So it can never be put on any spectrum because
You know it
it's beyond
happens in the
reality.
comic book, right?
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah,
But
I
you
get
know
what
it
you
happens
mean.
in the comic book,
I get
right?
what you mean, bro. I get what you mean. That like in reality,
in reality,
we can't
yes,
really have
we
a
can't.
feeling towards
Yeah,
something
no,
that
you
doesn't
can't.
that never really happened.
Exactly.
If I'm not gonna say, "Ooh, if Greg is a girl, yeah, you look good." I'm cute as a boy. Leave
If
me
Greg
alone.
was a girl, she'd be blonde. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
she'd be blonde and she'd be fire. That's pretty much
He
it.
probably if Greg was a girl, he'd probably look like Rachel.
He'd
Yeah.
be so charismatic.
Now,
She'd be
Chaco,
fire.
were you asking whether that was morally correct, or were you trying to beat around the bush
I
and
made Choco
say,
fall off his seat.
if you saw your varying opposite sex or
Go
whatever
back.
you identify as, would you?
Nah.
And that's
I
a
would.
question for the chat.
I
Would
would.
you?
First off, no. We
Ah,
probably
would
just
you?
drinking. It'd be like a Zorro and a
Oh,
female
yes,
Zorro.
Basu.
They would just smoke and drink together.
Basu said, if you love yourself, you love yourself. Man.
There you go. See,
Y'all
Batu gets
y'all lost
He
me
gets
at. Y'all lost me at female Greg would be Rachel. Y'all lost me.
Come on, bro.
that-
You
that-
know
that-
female
I
Greg
made-
would be
I told
blonde,
you, I made-
bro.
I
I'm
made him
definitely
drop
a
the seat.
twin. Guys, I'm definitely a twin too. No, I don't love my sister like that. That's my sister.
Listen, but
So I
that's the
actually
thing.
am.
It wouldn't be your sister. It will be you
It will
as
No,
a female.
no,
That's
the
the thing,
reason
it'll be
why it's kind of like, well, it's still weird twins, but she's not like the Loki. They're two different personalities.
That's what I'm
what's
saying.
weird is that they're the same DNA.
But, like,
but
Do
even
they have
after
like
no,
the same
again-
parents though? Like, because if they have the same parent, like, would
No,
this be
they
kind
have-
of weird?
yeah.
They have
But
a version of their parents.
No, they have the
Talk
same
about it.
parents.
Two
No,
different-
they have the same
Talk
parents.
about it.
timelines.
No, they
Alright,
have
so
the same
timelines.
parents. They have
Alright,
the
alright.
same
Don't have to be
Enter our
identical.
Hold up,
Lord
hold
box.
up.
Enter our Lord box.
Hold up.
Hey,
All right,
let's
so
go,
Greg
party.
said nah. Rich, female you, yes or no?
Yes.
Chaco,
Free.
yes or no?
He said, "I'm gonna love myself."
You're free.
Hey, listen.
We'll smoke
Mimi.
and drink together now.
So nah, all right, Mimi. Male, female version of you.
I cause enough problems for myself alone. We be friends.
Girl,
We be
so
friends,
nah.
but-
yo, Joker.
Yeah.
Female version of you.
You're ready.
Come back to me.
You're the last person.
Guys,
I
what
don't
I don't
know.
understand
If
is
she
No,
ends
no,
up
go-
having
who
a
go back
baby,
around.
it might-
knows
it
yourself
might
better
be-
than you.
Exactly.
Listen, I'd fuck the shit out of myself. I don't give a fuck
Nah,
what y'all say. I'm a
you're free,
sexy
baby.
motherfucker. And I
Pound
know
it,
the
but-
female
pound it.
version of me
But
gonna be sexy.
Be sexy.
But like,
Pound
you
that
don't
shit,
have
Gary.
to do that
Pound
to
that
your
shit.
other version. But you don't have to do that to the version of yourself. Like
Mimi,
they make
this
stuff
is
for
somebody
that.
that
Yo,
knows you
They
and
make
knows
stuff for that.
everything you like. You don't even have to say it.
Right?
Nah,
knows
they
exactly
don't, though,
when
because
to
they
do
don't-
it,
they
how
don't
to
know
do
each
it.
other. They have to get to know
Nah,
each other,
nah,
so they're not
you-
gonna know anything about
Yeah, they
themselves.
Nah,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
know.
digging
You
deep.
gonna
You digging
know.
deep. They don't
You
even
gonna
know.
know.
Like the
You
two
could-
Lokis
How deep?
didn't
You could
even
tell
Wait,
them
how deep?
in like weird lingo. Like
How deep?
you could tell them in like weird lingo, and they'll get you because y'all get each other.
How
But
deep?
Yeah.
How
if
deep
they
you
don't know
talking?
each other,
Real
All right,
deep.
before we move into
Real
self-cess, because that's what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
self-cess. We love
Call it
that.
self-cess,
Chat,
self-love.
yes or no? Would you do the opposite sex of whatever you identify as? And also for
Basu,
anybody
no.
listening to audio, I need to know this. I
Basu's
really want to tally
hilarious,
this
yo.
out.
Shout out to Basu.
I really want to tally this out.
Nah, man.
Yo, Greg, we made a mistake, bro.
What we do?
Uh-oh.
We didn't see Kang.
What you mean?
We saw Immortus, bro.
This is no.
We saw
we,
Immortus.
we did see Immortus. You're right. The
You know
old
when we
dude
saw Kang
after
was
the
that
end.
statue,
The statue, and
Yes,
they referenced
and
it.
it's all in the drip, bro.
Yeah, but
And by the
also
way,
when I went
by
to
the way, that's a completely different other timeline. Just letting you know.
yeah,
Yes,
we know. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm
we-
saying.
If you the episode 5 is so broken, that means good in Yu-Gi-Oh terms. It's so many Easter eggs. I had to go back and watch it 3 times for that. They definitely have the Avengers Tower in the rubble when he first lands there. If you look real close on it, it says
Kang.
on the Avenger Tower. All the symbols of King is there, but we just
That's from
not
Avengers.
seeing it.
That's from the Avengers 113. That's when they have the Kang Wars.
All the
Like-
references to them, like it's the comic books, like the comic book numbers, even to the agents, to where they they did good. They Loki
Kang. You know, Kang is the only bad guy that kills all the Avengers, right? Like he kills every single one of them.
Word.
Yeah, he does.
Talk about it.
I mean, in his timeline, of course.
In his
but
timeline,
when
he
came
does. You know,
when
he
came
kills
to
them
this
all.
one, to the
He
main
came to this
line,
one. He gets smacked up, but he did
He's
kill.
I
like,
like
this
that.
one he
Now,
gets
do you
hard.
guys agree
Good
with
up.
after
Facts.
Loki? Do you guys agree with what me and Greg kind of came up with yesterday on his show? Which was, I think this villain is gonna be way different than Thanos, way different than
They have to treat him different.
But in the sense where, like I pointed this out yesterday, Thanos is always a looming danger. Like we saw him every time at the end. I feel like every MCU villain coming out from here to the end, minus Spider-Man, because we already know that that's going to be the Sinister Seven. I feel like
6.
every villain, Sinister
Sinister
Six, thank you.
Six.
I feel like every villain is going to be Kang, a different version of Kang.
That'd be fire.
That's exactly what I think too.
But
That'd be so dope.
remember one thing. Kang is not a arch nemesis of Asgard or Loki or Thor. He is a Fantastic Four villain.
But also remember, at
just
this
wanna
point
see
in time,
Fantastic
Thor's
Four.
in space with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, I wanted to.
There's a theory about where the Fantastic Four is, so
True. Well, I wanted to.
Nah, talk about it, bro. We
actually,
talk
I
about
got-
it. Well, you
I
can't
heard
just
something
say
about
that
that.
and
Yeah, Choco, let me talk
I
about
had
theories
something
and
about
because
keep it
that.
I
to
want to
yourself.
bring this back up, and if you was
Yes.
right, I'd be like, "Yo, Chaco said this."
Let's go, Choco.
I
Hit
got
it.
something.
Hit
I
it.
got something.
All right.
Let's hear Joker.
So, this is, and I was reading. I was watching a YouTube
He shaved
video.
his beard, by the way.
You looking real snippy, man.
If y'all wondering why he look a little weird, that's what it is.
What brand did you use? Sponsored by.
I use. What do I use?
You look younger.
Oh, thank you.
Time machine.
I don't
know
always shave my face, but when I do, I make sure I look like Alberto Del Rio.
He
So-
just put nair all over his face. and
I was
called it-
watching.
You might want to burn half
right,
his face.
I was watching.
Trying to be like Deadpool.
I was watching a YouTube video, and they were breaking down like how everything looked like in the opening credits. There's a part in the opening credits where there's like a ship flying by. This ship has nothing to do with the Quinjet, has nothing to do with any other ship that we've seen like throughout the Marvel universe or anything like that. So this person's theorizing, because of how everything is going, that could possibly be the Fantastic Four ship.
I don't think so.
What when they get the no, that's not no.
I
I
don't
heard
think so.
something like that, but that ship is Kang's ship. That's not the Fantastic.
As
Four.
I don't
Kang
even
ship?
think it's Kang ship. I don't think.
No, it
it's
is.
Kang ship.
It is. No,
No.
pay attention. Read in between the lines, and trust me when I say this. It has his letters on it, but you have to like.
I think
You
it's
have to look into it. Trust
it's
me.
not
Nah,
Kang ship.
I think it had to relate to Kane, but I think it's a Kree.
Nah.
No,
Yeah,
Kree
all
and,
of
uh,
No, they
but
said
word
this
up,
person
you know.
said it's not a Kree ship, it's not a Quinjet, it's not like nothing that we've already seen already. You know?
I agree. It's
Yeah,
nothing
they
we've
let-
already
they let us
seen,
down
but it's
in-
not Kang.
they let us down in Black Widow for a Creed. There was a chance for that, but they didn't do it. So
Choco, let's take
just
your
know- I
every
just
single
know-
red flag.
but
That
just
ship,
remember-
that ship
Hold
is
on.
Lang. That's
But-
Ant-Man.
You think so? That'd be
Yeah,
fine.
think so?
Ant-Man is going to Chronopolis. We've already seen it in his movie.
Wait, but there he's
talk about
that
it.
That
Let's
ship is
talk
the new
about
ship
it.
they're gonna use to go into the miniverse.
Aren't we using? Are we like? Wait, the quantum realm was destroyed with the van.
No,
That's just the way to get
that's
into the
just
quantum
the
realm.
way to get into
You can't
it.
destroy the quantum.
Rewatch Ant-Man 2. You see
end of it, he goes
Chronopolis. You see a small city in a globe.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's before Endgame. And Endgame,
That's-
the van is
Whether-
gone.
Whether
If
it,
Van
it,
was
Remember,
away
the
whether
quantum
movie or
realm
not,
is
it's
his
there.
own thing.
he is there.
But he can't get back out if he goes in there.
But he
Nah,
got out already,
got
bro.
out already through the
And
machine.
everybody
But he
got
used
flipped
the
back.
van.
All right.
Okay, Richie.
What
wrap your
Richie?
head
I
around
mean,
this.
what Gary's trying
The
to tell
van
you
is just one portal to get there. After the van got destroyed, the person who made said van is still alive, which is the original Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Meaning he could just make it again. Now with his wife being back
Yep.
and her being in the quantum realm for the longest time that she has been, they can now
Hank Pym, by the way.
navigate it way more better.
Yeah.
And that's why
Also-
Ant-Man's next movie is
also
the Quantumanian.
Didn't Tony Stark
Fire.
make the same portal as well for the Avengers to travel through everything?
Oh yeah.
He actually
Using
he actually
particles.
called he actually calls it a fucking GPS.
Yeah.
And talk about face expressions. The best face expression was when they mentioned killing what the big Thor. The big Thor Loki was sitting down and he was like, yeah, I killed Thor. And he's like, alright. And he's like, oh yeah, I killed Iron Man. Nigga said, yeah, that's a lot. So I love that part too. Yeah, I had to do that. Shout out to Iron Man, Tony Stark, 3000.
All right, last theory.
Mhm.
The big player in the Kang saga is gonna be Wasp's mom. There's gonna be a reason why she was just out of Chronopolis, and I feel like she firsthand saw whoever mentions Kang, she's gonna be like, "Oh shit, Kang! Y'all don't want to fuck with Kang."
Yeah.
You're forgetting someone really strong that played already a part in the first Doctor Strange. Dormammu is still alive. He's not dead, and so is Shuma Gorath. Which Shuma Gorath is a follower of Khan. So
We got a quick question in the chat from Narcotic.
Right.
I'm a bit confused. If they're all Lokis, does all the Thors that were chosen by the hammer is the same how all Lokis are chosen to become who they are as titled as, such as Loki, or is it simply different parallel universe? I will say, Narcotic, that they all share the same properties because we've seen it already. When Thor went back in time to Thor 2, after his hammer was already destroyed, he was still able to call in that hammer, even though technically it was not his at that point in time.
The purpose of like
Yeah, they're worthy for it.
remember the power is through Thor. So the time, if you want to put like timeline, it's written that way no matter what Thor do.
That's
He
why I
will
like
be
the
chosen.
parallel where Kid Loki gives Loki the
The sword.
Leviathan.
Yes,
Mhm.
that kind of connects both
Yeah.
worlds. Because in that comic, that's when he actually kind of is like
But it works.
in tone
That's-
with himself and everything, and getting into this.
Talk
Loki
about it,
we-
Richie.
we
It
have
works.
now.
see, I love that. You know why? Because something that no one mentioned, like not even in the reviews for the show, where Kevin Feige himself didn't even mention it, is that in the comic books, Kid Loki does get the sword. He actually gets the sword from Loki. I mean, our Loki, like normal regular Loki, gets the sword from Kid Loki. Like that's exactly how it happens. Like he gives it to him. You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
Dude. Do you know? Do you guys comprehend how strong that sword is? Like that sword is Loki's wand. Like that is Loki's Mjolnir. Like that's what it is. Like Mjolnir cannot destroy that sword.
Bro, can you imagine we just get a DC universe that just does a smidge of what the MCU does?
Nah, I'm okay.
Nah, bro, come on. Yo, the stories they can tell.
I love.
I'm
Bro.
okay. The only reason why
wish.
I don't like how
I
I wanted like DC, because DC always redo. They always revolt. So
The problem
like,
with DC is they try to go too dark, man. And
Nah,
they
nah,
They
nah,
should
nah,
not.
nah,
They
nah.
need to stay
They
dark.
gotta
They
let
need
go.
to stay
Yeah,
dark.
they gotta
Yeah.
go.
They gotta let go.
If
They gotta
DC
let go.
if DC go light,
They
I'm
gotta
gonna
let go.
watch it. But it just
But
that
yo,
consistency.
first off, Mimi jumped in and we didn't even give her her hey. Yay, Mimi.
Mimi,
Mimi, what did you think about Loki?
Mimi,
Yeah,
it's your
Mimi.
turn to shine. Let's go. Give me some questions, girl.
So at first when I started watching Loki, like I was like, oh, like I watched it through and I was just like, okay, because I got to binge. I started out late. So I was just like, I got to watch everything all the way through. And at the beginning,
Lucky.
I was like,
That's what.
okay. I was like, this is all right. I don't know if I wanted the story to go the way that it kind of did. I'm not mad at it because it was cool for what it was, but I was just like, I don't know. I wanted to see like Loki be bad, like, and it was
Yeah.
just like he spent most of his time like kind of being treated like a puppy and kind of led around. And
Probably
and I was
you
just
probably kind of go with what Chaco was saying,
Yeah.
where they kind of had to
Yeah.
like. But was the payoff any good for you at the end?
at the
Like
end.
even though you had to see Loki kind of like take a step back, was it worth it?
Did it set you forward?
At least for character development.
Okay, for character for that, I was just like, okay, well, yeah, that was worth it. Like, I enjoyed the show for what it was. It's just I was like, "Ooh." I wanted to see it go like see maybe like a different story, but as far as like character development, like I liked watching him. Like I thought it was cool. It wasn't the Loki that I wanted to see, but
Yeah.
it was a Loki that we needed to see.
Can
Yeah.
I
There.
can I say something? Um, based off of what Mimi just said. Remember when we spoke about? Damn, I don't know what we going with this shitty ass movie. Uh, the Black Widow movie wanted to show a different side of a Black Widow, right? They wanted to show the compassionate side. They wanted to show the family side. They wanted to show that there's more than meets the eye to the spy, which nobody wanted to see that shit. What we got from Loki was we got to see a vulnerable Loki. We got to see a Loki that is not like I'm
Fleshed
the
out.
shit. You know what I mean? Like not fleshed out. Because all we see from Loki in every single movie is I'm the shit. I'm me. Bow the fuck down. That's it. We get a Loki that gets to step back and it's like, hey, you gotta be humble, my guy. Yeah, hey, wait. Let me finish.
Yeah, wait till you're done. I just want to let you know that I'm ready to go now.
100%. And I agree with whatever you're about to say. I agree with it. But remember that in this story, it's not about him.
Yes and no.
It's
Yeah,
called
forgetting
Loki.
that.
Yes and
It's
no.
not about this.
Right,
It's not
like
about him.
it's like if you're gonna
Nah,
name the show after me, I
got it.
want
No,
it to
it's
be
not, but
about
no, but
me.
no.
Tag
Like
me.
yo, literally, yeah. I don't think you understand what I said. Like, this is not about him.
I'm waiting for what you're gonna say after that.
I get
So you leave it.
I just got in your same wavelength. I
So
get
help
it
me.
that his story
timeline's
was
different.
to bring in Kang, is what you kind of going
That's
to,
it.
or no?
I feel like
That's
I'm
it.
wrong.
That's it.
I feel
Listen.
like that's wrong.
This show is
I
named
just
Loki.
changed my theory now.
Listen.
I changed my theory.
Listen. This show
Alright.
is named Loki. This show is perpetuous towards Loki. This show was made for Loki, but this show is not about Loki. You're not understanding that from episode one, you get this little smithereens and little bits of crumbles of Khan everywhere.
Richie, take 2 seconds real quick because Red Dragon Basu just redeemed a year, so we got to give him that year.
Gang. Let's go.
Gang. Yo, my favorite chat.
Salty the
My
Gathering.
favorite
Shout
chat.
out to Joker and Mimi.
Hi,
Let's
Salty.
go.
Yo, shout out.
I
No,
changed my
salty.
theory after what you said. I changed.
Don't
my
change
theory.
your theory. I
No,
didn't
but
go
listen,
yet.
but let me finish.
Go, Greg. Go,
He's
Greg.
stopping
Go,
me because he
Greg.
goes,
Hold on.
listen, and then he does it
If
again.
you pay attention to from episode 1 all the way to 6, you get so many crumbles of Khan. Like after you watch it for like the third time, you start getting it because you keep looking around. You're not looking at what they're saying. You're not looking at the main characters. You're looking around the room and you're gonna see, bro. There's so much, bro. You even get to see his fucking staff, bro. And I bet you like none of y'all saw it. And it's in the third episode.
That's why I'm gonna win this one.
hopper.
Mimi saw it. Mimi
Yeah,
said she
Mimi.
saw it.
I think
You
she
saw
saw
it,
it. That's what the
Lord
investigator
Bar
did.
saw it, of
No.
course.
She had a
Okay.
question.
That's because I'm nosy. But but what about the people who like because I know a little bit. Like I know people who
Thank
read
you,
the
Mimi.
comic books, so they point out stuff. But for the people who like I don't usually read, and I'm sure many people don't. So what about those people? Like, because for the rest of them, it's just like, okay, this was a cool show, but y'all can get hyped the way y'all do because y'all can pick up on these little nuances
Mhm.
because
Thank you,
y'all
Mimi.
read and
Yeah,
y'all,
but-
you read and you do all this other stuff. Like, what about the rest of the world?
That's why in
They-
Greg's show yesterday,
Yeah.
that
about
mic
it.
drop I left was, listen, we just got introduced to the new Thanos and y'all don't even know.
This is true. He definitely did that mic drop. But I have a rebuttal for that too.
Go
I
for
think
that. Go,
Yeah, okay.
go, Greg.
like all y'all right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I just think it's not correct to say it's only about him. I just feel solely that episode 6 was to introduce the next phase, and that is with him. But from episode 1 through 5, kind of like what Mimi said. First of all, it's nobody. I don't care who you are, unless you're the writers. Nobody watched that one sitting and got every single Easter egg and saw every single thing. So you want to know, honestly, for me, you want to know 50% of the King stuff in there. Just watching it regular.
Yeah,
It
like
would-
I said, we were calling the Kang that we saw
Yeah.
the Conqueror, and
The-
that wasn't.
Yeah, no, but not even to that. Not even to that. Just the introducing of. I'm saying that it's not a Loki show. And I feel like no, it's a Loki show.
I said it's not about him now that it's not his show.
All right, Nick, pick whatever word you said, copy, and I'm gonna paste it.
That's funny. It's almost like
bro. Tachi just said, "Clip it, clip it."
So when you use that phrase, I just feel like that only implements into episode 6 when everything's connected. Shout out to
I saw the show 3 times already.
Isn't
it's
almost like somebody chocolate said. It seems like Loki's a background character in his own show earlier in this podcast. I wonder who said this.
They think it's a joke.
Yo, so Richie and Chaco are on the same page. I see.
But only because y'all know the info. That's what I'm saying.
Greg, but it's just I'm talking about
I'll wait
background
because I still didn't. I am talking background.
I'm talking about like background base.
All right. I'm
like
talking.
If you really just, I'm sorry, bro. You know,
I love you. Can't change my perspective.
No, of course not. I'm not trying to. I binged it.
Definitely not. Did you watch it week by week, or you binged it like a movie?
I watched it the first time. I watched it week by week. The second time I binged it. The third time I watched the background.
So I'm gonna give you my only first watching as a movie, and and the way I feel is it's all Loki character development. Him boosting up because he's finding out that everything he did up until now, all the movies, all the 10 years, it just was to nothing. That's why he cried when he found out.
Take a pause because I just came up with an idea. Chaco and Richie are on the same page. I'm on the same page with Greg. Mimi, you the referee. We about to debate this shit right now.
Let's do this.
All right, so right now Greg still has the floor. We gonna give Greg.
All right.
I'm putting it right now. Gang, I'm
Greg has the floor.
Bro Tachi.
Where's my timer real quick?
Yeah, bro, Tachi gang, I need y'all strength, so you already know. Put them shotgun guns up.
Got it. All right, go for it.
Boom. All right. So I feel like it's all about Loki. It's kind of like a power up to me. The way Loki was in the beginning, all our 10 movies and years was just a bad guy. He's it's kind of linear. We know what he's gonna do. The first 5 episodes showed me that to last in whatever timeline or to last in the future of the phase in our world, you need a power up. Which is why all the key phases where he finally realized all his Lokis is still him. He can do all that. He just was hindering himself back. So when classic Loki talked about the daggers, no, I don't use daggers because it hinders me. Everything was a hinder. His love, everything. Even to when he found out about Ragnarok, it's gonna be destroyed no matter what. I felt he cried because it's like, damn, I'm never gonna rule it because it's destined to be destroyed. And then do all that character development. He still want hope. He still want push. He found a female Loki that's just like him. I'm always going for my dream, and no matter what, and look where it's going to end. It's going to end in destruction. That's what Kane is trying to tell them. Kane is teaching them. That's why I love Kane at the end. He's like, I chose this path for y'all. Nobody else can do this. Yeah, you could talk about yourself, but he chose a whole episode. It chose the importance of Loki, of why he chose those two. It was to make the female series Loki, to make that Loki our comic book ultimate Loki, to finally get every ability, every chance you got to be the full successor and make your own way. And then we're going to get Kane to help him do that.
All right, who's rebuttal? Chaco or Richie?
All right, so perspectives can never be changed. Opinions are everyone has one, and yours is amazing.
And perspective can be changed.
Listen, I love the show for what it is. I love the fact that the name of the show is Loki. As I said, from episode 1 to episode 6, if you pay attention to literally 90% of the Easter eggs, this show is an introduction to Khan. No matter what we say, yes, Loki's development is here, but we already have Loki. We don't have Khan. This is his introduction. This shows, bro. I was so freaking like amazingly baffled in episode 3 when I saw that staff, bro, and I'm like, dude, that's Khan's staff. Like,
I get you. Yo, Chaco, you got anything to add?
I see both sides.
Yo, me and Chaco be in the same page because Richie kind of switched me a little bit with what he was saying too.
So I see both sides. I see what Mimi's asking for on the Brotachi side, where it is, like I said, I may see from the perspective that Loki's the background character in his own show, but that's but because he's the youngest. Not the youngest per se because he's Kid Loki, but in terms of, remember, he's not our main Loki. He's from another universe that's a little far back in terms, so he's never gone through the experiences our Loki did before he died in Infinity War. So, of course, seeing, Kid Loki may be stronger. Female Loki, she's OP for, of course, no reason she's OP because she has to be. Feel me? And Rotaku's right. All these different paths, all these different worlds coinciding, leading into Multiverse of Madness. It's showing you all the different paths. You have to make your own now. But I also see where Richie's coming from. If you pay attention to the background, not per se Matrix-wise, everybody wants Matrix, but they ain't there.
Nani?
But
Chaco, you were neutral?
Because I see both sides.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Like the background is important because you can see what Richie's saying. You can see it slowly creeping in. Whereas, Loki's building here, he's going through this, but everything's cool. That thing's fine until everything's sweet. Hey, we got to warn you about everything that shit.
Now you're in the middle.
Now I will say this, and then after this, Mimi, you rule on us, and then the chat also, whoever you guys agree with, put it down in the chat, or if you have something to add, let us know. I will say this: it is Loki's show, but I do agree with what Rich and Chaco said. It was an introduction to our next big bad. But I will say this: the first time Loki's sitting down with Morbius, it's his question: what do you want? I want to be ruler. I want to be the king of all. That is not the same person we see at the end of the series. He is given the throne. He's given the power. He's given everything he wants. And he does not want it. What he wants, again, is that symbolism that I said in Greg's show. He is trying to fight with himself. He is trying to fight with himself. And
Literally.
We don't need this. I just need you. You being me to feel complete. And that other side of him is like, nah. That other side of him is still the same person we see at the beginning of the show. And is one of the biggest outbursts that we see Kang do. Grow up, Sylvie.
Yeah.
Grow up.
But who you didn't say it to?
He didn't have to. He was pitting this fight against both of them. But it was more because of his
he didn't see that
intrigue.
coming. He only saw them.
That's what I was gonna say.
Before they walked in the door, that's all he saw. He didn't see nothing else after.
Now you saw.
All right.
Now that's all I gotta add. Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi.
Okay, so just to be clear for the chat, what exactly are we debating? Right?
We are debating whether, exactly what Richie said, whether this was a Kang show or was this Loki show, and where we stand on how it was towards the end.
Okay. So, here's the question I'm going to pose. Now,
shout out to Jonathan Majors. I forgot to say that. Amazing actor.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
So, if this is the Mimi show, right? And there's another important character that is revealed, is it not still my show? Just because there's an important character in the back who we're all alluding to at some other point, is it not still my show?
Answer that first.
I agree.
I kind of.
And I will say because of this, Rich, just to put you on my side.
We can't get technical though.
I'm changing my theory. I am changing my theory.
We're getting technical.
Listen. I am changing my theory. I don't think it's gonna be Wasp's mom that's gonna have to tell everybody how Kang is. And I love this shit. I really hope it's Loki having to go to the same motherfuckers that he betrayed and saying, "Y'all don't know."
But that's making a Loki show.
Yo, guys, I'm talking symbolism.
The one comment,
please understand what I'm trying to say. I'm talking symbolism.
One at a time.
We excited.
It's a symbolism. Like, the symbolism, I get it, but your symbolism, it makes me feel like the first Avengers movie.
That's exactly what
it was all trickled. I know, Gary, I got you, bro. Community question led me right into it. That's the first thing I thought. This is the Loki season is Avengers. It was character development for all the other guys, aka Loki, and all his characters, eventually putting them in a place to take on the big bad guy. And then yes, the bad guy gets revealed. Thanos got revealed, but we didn't go, oh snap, it's a Thanos movie. It was about the Avengers. It was about them getting ready to face him.
Shout
Just how
out to
Loki is
Nerdy
getting
for
ready to
quoting
face
me
this.
word for what I just said.
That was
Facts.
That was a Lord Thanos one. Let's be honest. Though.
Yes,
But listen, bro,
Shout out to
I
Next
am
Big Bad.
now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like before I was just way too invested in the MCU to just drop it. But now after Loki, I am excited for what comes next.
Facts.
At first, the only thing that I was like, yo, all the Spider-Mans. That was the only thing that was on my calendar. All the
That and
Spider-Mans,
Doctor
all
Strange,
the Spider-Mans, all the,
That's true.
and Doctor Strange. But yo, now I am excited to see.
Let me ask you something real quick.
Mhm.
When after the first Avengers movie that you saw that end credit scene,
Yeah.
whose name pop up?
But Thanos.
Lord Thanos.
Whose name was on your mind?
Iron Man.
Lord Thanos.
Listen,
Huh?
after the first
Who was?
Avengers,
Hold on. No, hold on.
No,
Who was coming?
Who
Who was
you're
coming?
Correct. You're correct. Thanos.
Okay, so now
I call these the red carpets.
After Loki,
Yeah.
just finished 2 days ago. Who's on your mind?
Khan all day.
So don't
It's a
sit
very-
here.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
don't
yeah,
sit
yeah.
here. Don't you and Mimi sit
let Ricky
here
finish.
and tell me that just because the name is Loki, it is a Loki show. Of course, it's a Loki show. That's
That's a
the
contradiction.
name. But I'm talking symbolism, bro.
Yeah.
This
But
show
that
is
wasn't
so
what the
full of
No, that
mission
wasn't
Easter
the
eggs,
question.
initially
bro.
about, though.
Yeah, it wasn't the shit. The
That wasn't what
symbolism.
that was.
Yeah, the
We
symbolism
weren't
actually
talking about
love.
was there enough symbolism to
Yeah,
lead
No,
to.
no, no.
We
Yeah,
didn't say there
y'all
wasn't
went
any of
We
technical.
said,
that.
Y'all
who
went
do you
technical
feel
with the,
the show is more
if
about?
the name
I
is
just
Mimi
posed the
Show is my
question.
show.
Yeah.
flag, like Chaco
Flag.
says. I will say this: Avengers. I don't care whether they said Thanos or Kang. The one thing that was on my mind the second I left that theater was Hulk turning around saying, "Cap, I'm always
upset.
angry."
I'm always
Come
angry.
on, bro.
Nah, that was saucy. The
Come
memes
on,
on that
bro.
are legendary.
I just cared about Shawarma.
Nothing has
I
topped that.
just want a
Nothing has
shawarma.
topped that.
Shawarma.
I just want a shawarma. I got a shirt. I just want a
Nothing
shawarma.
has
They
topped
had a
that.
little
That's
pop
shawarma.
of like Tony with shawarma. It was so adorable.
And they got
All
all
right,
on
from
it.
my screen, it goes Richie, Bro, Chaco, Mimi. So Richie, what do you rank this show?
Oh, I give it
1
a
to
solid
10.
10. I give it a solid 10. I give it a
Tachi?
solid 10.
Yeah.
Damn, can I say why?
Yeah,
We're gonna rate it, and then everybody
All right.
quickly review it.
Got you. Yeah, I gave it a solid 9.5.
That's good. Chaco,
7 or 8.
got you. Mimi,
I definitely was going like 7 or 8.
all right. Richie,
Yeah.
quickly, give me 3 good reasons why you rated it a 10.
I give it a 10 for character development, which is something that the MCU lacks a lot of the time, most of the time. 2, I give it because like I'm a symbolism guy, so I pay attention to the background on movies and shows. So, dude, they hit the nail with the Easter eggs.
Hell yeah.
And
You
3,
also read.
I do. I am. My shit is full of comic books. I'm gonna show you eventually. I read this comic book, so it's. I don't want to sit here and say, oh my god, they stick to the source material, but no. In the key points that they needed to stick to the source material, they literally stuck.
So
with the
it was
source material.
payoff for you.
So
Yeah.
for me, this show is literally paving the way for Phase 4.
All
Literally.
Right. You get a yay. Yo, Greg, give me 3 reasons why you rated it the way you did.
I rated it 1, definitely because of visual and graphics. After seeing Black Widow, I'm giving that hands down. It was beautiful. The colors, green hearts up, the purple, all that. It was just beautiful vividly to me. That's number 1. 2, bias. Loki is my second favorite character in Marvel. I love character development from it. I do like seeing evil kick-ass Loki, but I'm also soft too. I like seeing him go through shit. I feel like Loki go through the most as being like not himself and trying to fight and find out who he is. I feel like we all find out who we are as Avengers. Iron Man, Hulk, all of them had their little moments when they, I don't know who I am. And even Thor, in his movies with Dark World, like he's the only one who hasn't found it. And like you said, when he was right there, it just keeps going away. So I just look forward to the red carpet that this Loki series has unfolded for us. And then 3, Khan. That big reveal at the end, that shit fucked my head up. That shit like movie big reveal, and it was just great to me. Everything was just wrapped beautiful ribbon for us to get ready to kick off into all these movies. Let's go.
Just a quick shout out to Grim Lotus with a
Let's
year.
go.
Rotachi Gang, Hey Mimi, Wah. And Taco,
Wow. Johnny got his baby.
Taco, right before I ask you your 3 reasons as to why you rated it what you did, chat, throw down your ratings as well. And if you can give 3 reasons, throw that out there too. Yo, Chaco,
Let's go,
why you
chat.
rated 7.5?
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say 7.5. Like I said, it's either a 7 or an 8. Feel me?
Okay.
It's either a 7 or an 8 because one, like I said, if I understand, you know, symbolism is big for Richie. You know what I'm saying that's a big thing for most, you know. But for Mimi, like when Richie says symbolism, like Easter eggs, you know, the canon shit that should be canon. Often Marvel doesn't do it right, but sometimes they try. I would say, like I said, like it's because it's not our Loki. I can give him a partial pass on him. Like I said, him not being the main character of his own show. Like I said, because it's not our Loki. Partial, not woke or fake woke, but it is pretty. It is nice, like Brotachi said. It is. But the writing could have been a little stronger. Like
I agree.
It wasn't a letdown like WandaVision was. But it wasn't as stale as Captain Falcon and Winter Soldier. So, but the writing could have, like I said, a little more sazon on that writing. Maybe just a little bit. But the reason why I would say a 7 or an 8, I want to say 8 because of that post credit. That post credit makes damn near most of that. All right, that's horrible.
All connected.
Yo,
like,
K, I don't want to say your name bad. K6 likes to party.
That king likes to party.
I get what you're saying, but what Chaco is saying is that this is not the Loki that died by the hands of Thanos. What he's saying is this is the Loki right after Avengers.
But I had a comment on that, guys.
We're gonna get back. We're gonna talk about
that.
To
you, Greg. But Chaco, did you finish?
I know exactly where you at, Greg.
Like I said, I'm leaning 8 because of the post credit. Post credit.
Mimi, why did you rate it what you did? 3 good
okay,
reasons.
So 7, like I'm 7 or 8. 3 good things, like 3 reasons for that is because I'm looking at it as somebody who doesn't like know all of the little Easter eggs. Like I know those few here or there, and as someone who doesn't know, it's like, oh, okay, well, this is cool. But I was expecting I came in here knowing that, you know, it was going to be a series, but it was like Loki is not. It felt like Loki was just taking a back seat, and it was weird. So I was just like, well, there's all of this stuff going on, and it's good and it's great. It's not anything I haven't seen before, which, you know, you see it a lot. But I was like, okay, well, he's kind of taking a back seat. I appreciate his character development. That was a good point for me. I was just like, oh, okay, well, he's developing. As everybody else has said, it's definitely like beautiful to look at. Like even some of the scenes, because I'm an art junkie, so I was like, some of these scenes, I was like, I seen these in some. I seen scenes like this in that other movie. I know what y'all did here. I see the you know the recycling theme here was cute, but it was very well done visually. I always appreciate a strong female character, and when there is one and it is done correctly, it's like, I appreciate you. It was magical. Thank you. But like I don't want to go 8 because I was just like, outside of like, and then after I finished, like, because I knew there had to be things that I was missing, because I was like, after the first watch through, I was like, this was okay. Like, it was cool for what it was. And I'm like, okay, so there must be things that I'm missing. And so upon doing research, I was like, oh. So here's some little things here. Here's a little thing there. I was like, so that's what that is there. And, you know, oh, and there's little tiny Thor inside that canister. I seen you.
Yeah, the little Thor frog. I was gonna shout that out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I seen you. Okay, little tiny
thing. Can I add a little something to your thing, Mimi, real quick? That aspect, the fact that you have to go ahead and do just a bit of research to kind of get those things, I think the MCU has hit a threshold where they don't give a fuck. They know you're gonna watch it regardless, and And it's not like how it was when Avengers and Captain America was coming out, where they kind of had to force feed you like these small little informations. I feel like they already know. They're cocky with it. They're like,
Yeah,
you
they
gonna
expect
find
you to
out.
know. They expect
Whenever
you to do
we
your
drop something,
research.
you're gonna see it on YouTube. You're gonna see the Easter eggs and the top 10 things you missed.
Right.
All that
Somebody's
other
gonna
stuff.
make videos and
Yeah.
all of this stuff.
Yeah,
But
And
I'm
that's
sorry,
what
continue.
happened. No, you're good because that's a valid point. Like
Show
you're
it
going
rather
to
than tell
find
it.
right. We're not gonna go through all of this. And I'm just like, as somebody who's, watching and like I don't need you to go through everything. But I'm just like, a little context more than just you slapping a picture in front of my face would be nice. Especially for people who don't read,
Yeah.
or people who, who don't care to do research. Okay. I'm just nosy. So I was just like, I don't know what that is. Let me go Google it. But for those people who don't, and I can see why a lot of people just thought it was okay because it was just like, well, if I don't do research, like, and I'm just watching it for what it is,
That's why
then
y'all listen
what?
to this podcast and we break it down for y'all.
Yeah, okay, and I am usually going to be representing the people who don't read.
That's why we love you, Mimi. That's
need
why
you,
we
Mimi.
love you.
we need you.
I'll rate it real quick, and then Richie, you just give us a bit of a review, followed by everybody else, and then we'll just take questions from the chat. I felt like I got too hyped. I was gonna rate this shit 10.10. But I'm gonna knock it down 2 points, and I'll tell you my last reason why. And I know everybody on this panel is gonna agree because ain't nobody thought about this. The payoff is what made the show. The symbolism, if you really do pay attention to, like Richie said, it's those little kind of things that just hit. And it's a payoff that I would say is on par with Captain America finally saying Avengers Assemble. Like if you really pay attention, it's like it has that is on that, not that level, but it's there. It's on that threshold. The romance wasn't handled well. And that's why I go with Chaco when he's saying that the writing was a bit off. Felt like is like I said before, we know when people are flirting. We can see where it's heading. You didn't have to go ahead and show us Sylvie and Loki flirting, and then the next scene is more saying, you like her, don't you? Like we know where this is going, bro.
But he doesn't.
We know.
He doesn't know.
The door.
Yeah, he doesn't
Bro,
know.
but even if he didn't know it, he didn't have to be told that. That could have happened organically.
That's literally like the episode of How I Met Your Mother when he was like,
know.
everybody's like, that was the signal, bro. That was not the signal. It was like that was definitely the signal, bro.
And just like a random side note.
So
I was just like, I'm sorry, just random side note because I was just like, not for nothing. Like once she was revealed, like that it was a female Loki. Like I had already guessed it. I was like,
they gonna
fall
fuck
for her.
They gonna fuck.
He's gonna fall for her. And it was just like it went the way that I thought it was, and I was like, I was kind of hoping it didn't go there. I'm not mad
The reason
it did, but
the reason why I didn't want it to be so forced was because it falls into his character so well. How narcissistic do you have to be to fall in love with yourself?
Nah, I don't think it's called like narcissistic. I just think it goes well, like when
My
I
man,
really
they
think
hit
about
off
it,
the second they saw each
I
other.
got you. When I really think about it, I think it just all revolves around loneliness and love.
Now,
If
the
you fall
reason
in love with himself, he's still.
I get it.
lonely.
That's the symbolism part of
The
it.
only
If you really
person you
pay
can love
attention
is
and you
yourself.
see things between the lines.
Yeah, she's
But
a girl, like
but I will say this: I knocked it down
Lady
for 2
Crossheart,
points because of
welcome.
this. Shout out to Lady Crossheart.
Taco as well.
A taco. Oh shit.
Let's go.
I will say
Angel
this.
Taco.
The TVA, this is the difference between the blip not mattering and this not mattering. Their side plots, aside from the judge herself, didn't really matter to me, which sucks because what's the variant, the leader, the chick?
Ravonna, something like that.
No, not her. I'm talking about the guard, the one that was locked.
C15.
Oh,
C20.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in Lovecraft Country, which, by the way, if y'all love Kang, go watch Lovecraft Country. It's amazing. She was also there. She's
Not
an
for
amazing
nothing.
actress.
Both of those
like,
women,
that
like the
scene
guards,
where
are beautiful.
where Sylvie opens her mind or whatever she did, and she's actually just this actress. You have the rain machine throwing a whole bunch of rain, but if you really pay attention, she's actually crying, and that's just amazing from an actress. But what I wanted to say with all that is their stories didn't matter because at the end, Loki was thrown in a whole different other branching timeline. And this is my other aspects of why the real reason I knock it down 2 points. And it's not to be woke, it's not to be anything. If I am a person of color and I have the power to travel time, you think I am not going to go back to the time of slavery and fuck with some slave owners?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
We not pruning no. Come on.
According to King, it's all. If you would have did that, you'd have been the variant.
Come on.
They were all
They were all
variants,
variants. To
Remember,
begin
they
with.
were all variants.
No, but
You
you
gonna
were
tell?
right.
Come
Oh no,
on, bro.
you would have been. You'd have called it Nexus or whatever that's called, a Nexus event.
Oh,
Come
those
on,
Nexus
bro.
events.
Everything had
And
to
I
happen.
think Dave Chappelle back in the Chappelle show, he had a skit like that where they
Oh,
went
he
back
had,
in time.
yeah, he had the right idea. Yep.
Yo, you telling me not one of us would do that, bro?
I'll go back.
I mean,
easy.
Deadpool did
Come
it.
on.
I don't know.
But
I
I
don't really know
loved
what to do
it.
with time.
I loved it. Richie, a quick review.
I mean, the show for what it is entertaining, it's fun, aside of all the Easter eggs, aside of all the symbolism, aside of Khan, which to me was like,
subscriber.
as I said, Mimi said before, I read, so I kind of knew what was happening already because the TVA is an arc. It's a very short arc on the comic books, so word for word is just something that Khan makes up, and they're fighting in the bubble. It's some bullshit. If you read it, which I recommend you fuckers do, because it's very good. For what it is, it's a great show. Like, I'm pretty sure whoever watches it will try to and would enjoy it for what it is. The action, I think, is watching my boy Loki go toe to toe and hand to hand combat, smacking
Quick
people
pause real
around.
quick, bro. I'm
That
sorry.
was insane.
I'm sorry to cut you
That's
off.
hard.
But we got somebody subscribe to tier 1. Mickey Rocks.
Mikey Rock.
Yo,
I
shout
don't
out-
know who he is.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Rock,
him.
shout out.
Wow, come on.
Wow.
If I
Wow.
if I think that is who I think it
Nah,
is,
there's somebody that I know. Somebody I know.
I'm about to say.
I mean, come on,
Like,
bro. You
his
show
name
us
is
that love,
Mickey
we
Rock.
definitely shouting you
You
out.
have to be Mimi Rock
already know.
now because we got the same last name.
Richie, a
Let's
quick
go.
wrap up.
Mimi
A quick wrap
Rocks.
up on your review, just so we could get to everybody, and then we gotta hit our after hours most likely.
Well,
Welcome back, boss.
great show. Go watch it, support it, love it. Khan,
Definitely
all
support
day.
it.
Watch it more than once.
Definitely
I agree.
watch it. And do your
Please,
research.
and pay attention to the background.
Chaco,
And
anything?
Google is your best friend.
Google.
And YouTube.
Spider-Man needs to be popping. Don't ruin Spider-Man. Don't ruin Doctor Strange. Hope the Fantastic Four theory is true. All hell Lord Thanos, yeah. And Kang was cool. Word.
Not to him.
Yo, Joker, anything you want to say to wrap it up? Your quick what'd you score? Go right before you end this.
Yeah, we didn't get Jokers. Word.
Yeah.
Hiding in the background.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm taking care of a few things, doing daddy duties over here.
Hydrating.
I think he'll-
hydrating,
yo,
yeah.
I don't know if you
Hydrate
noticed,
break.
but his beard looks a little darker, so I think he was using
I was
a
using a
marker.
Sharpie,
Or
yeah.
using a-
Not the Sharpie.
What is that, out of 5 or out of 10?
Out of 10.
Out of 10. Loki, I give Loki a 7.
Okay.
I'm only giving it a 7 because not for nothing, for whatever reason, all the talking that they were doing was a little low. And like I'm watching it as soon as I come back from work, like working the overnights, and I'm like, at some point,
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
That's a good point. I really had to turn my TV up.
Yeah. So that kind of got me. Everybody good? Everybody put the reviews out there. Everybody did everything.
Right before chat, any questions?
Yeah, chat. Any
Sharpies.
questions?
Shout out #Sharpies.
Anything you guys want to touch on before we?
Let's go,
Oh,
guys.
wait, yo! Before we go, what was the name of the director of the TVA? The lady.
Judge. I know a judge. So it's called the
Judge,
Judge.
Terminate,
right?
whatever. No,
Real
Slayer,
bomb.
Renslayer.
If
Oh,
anyone
Renslayer, there
if
you go.
anyone can take a guess where she took that teleport to, I will tell you exactly where she took it to.
She probably going right there to Kane because ain't that Kane girl?
Hell yeah, bro.
Not that Kang. Remember, this is not the real Kang.
No, I know. I'm talking about the Conqueror. The other guy is called
The younger one. That's where she went.
The Kane who gonna come and kill
That's
everybody.
where she went.
She gonna roll with him like, hey guys,
Yeah.
I found my baby daddy. And he gonna kick butt with Loki.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, I just want to thank every single one of y'all for being with us over here. Thank you. Don't forget to go and follow every single one of us on our respective social medias. The links are right there on the bio. Thank you, Mr. Joker, for having us. Gary, you suck. Hachi, you're my boy, but you sound like shit. Choco,
Not anymore, baby.
you finally made it on time.
But
For
you
one.
get always on time. When niggas always
Making
Yeah,
on
right.
progress.
All right.
Mimi, as always, Lord Bar. Just gotta
Lord Bar.
bow
The
down to the lady.
Lord
Bow
bar.
down
Yo,
to
I'm
the
sorry,
lady.
Joker. He
No.
he
Yeah,
just
he
schooled you on the
closed it-
outro,
he
bro.
closed it
Oh,
out
I'm
for
gonna
me.
tell you
It's your
why. Yo, but
outro,
I'm
bro.
gonna tell you why, my guy.
You got
Yo,
a Civil
Mimi,
War.
Mimi actually went and did research on something that she had no idea about, bro.
Let me give
Like
an
I
applause.
respect that. I respect that.
Yeah, baby. It's all about you. To all the bro Tashi's out there. Shout it,
We love you guys.
Speaking of Brotachi, guys, check out your stream, your
Want me to do
TV.
this?
You know, right there. It's a little advertisement for you. Talk
Thanks,
about
guys.
it. Starting
Talk about it.
Brotachi.
I
Hey.
got
Thursdays,
you
9
guys.
p.m.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
If you
right
want to
there.
know,
Thursdays 9 p.m. Eastern on the
if you wanna
Instagram,
know.
JXN Podcast.
That's fire.
Also, I'm gonna play it one more time while I'm speaking over it. Also,
That's me.
we also have a group chat. If you guys are interested, they go to the link tree in the bio. It's also on the screen as well. Well, currently, Brotachi's advertisement is blocking it. There it is, right there in white.
We'll be there.
Linktree, linktr.ee/JOKERxNYC. The Instagram is there, and you'll be able to jump in and just hit me up with a message that you want to be part of the WA, of the WA group. I'll add you to it. Anybody from here is also an admin. We can add them to the group as well. So feel free to jump on board. Next week,
guys, a year was just redeemed.
oh.
Yeah.
So Gary, you get sponsored with that. I know you do. I know you get type of income. We're gonna talk about it.
Bro, for every year said on this podcast, another fire hydrant is open.
That's what I'm talking about.
Next week. Next week is not a wild meeting, it's a community highlight. Next week we have a very special guest. I didn't even think this person was gonna be on, but it's a YouTuber. He's on screen right now. Yoda of Soda. He's gonna be on next week for the community highlight. We're gonna talk to him, see what makes him tick, see what's going on with him. If you guys are interested, make him say "yer." Hell yeah! Make sure you guys tune in for that one. That one's gonna be pretty crazy.
Spicy.
Show. Yeah,
Spicy.
It's a really spicy show. So, it is what it is. Anything else?
Yeah. A quick RIP to Bismarcky.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to do a quick silence, but I just feel like it's only right to end it with "Baby, you
got what I need.
need.
But you
But you
say he's just a friend.
Yep.
But
But you say he's just a friend.
Oh baby, you.
Oh, baby, you.
Yo, rest in peace, man. Rest in
Oh
peace.
man,
Do it.
guys. So yeah, we're about to hit these after hours. What are we doing? Oh yeah, and the link tree.
It's like jalapeno Cheetos spicy.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
like the old
Picante,
original,
picante.
the white and purple.
Yo, hold on.
bags.
Joker, before we go, one quick second. Guys in the chat and in the Instagram community, because we're gonna call them community for what they are as a community.
Yeah.
If you guys need us to any ideas you guys have, put them there. I feel like since we are being heard of in Mexico, le quiero dar las gracias a nuestros escuchantes de México que nos escuchan. Muchas gracias. Si nos escuchan en otros países por ahí, si tienen alguna sugerencia que quieren que hagamos, nos pueden poner en el chat, nos pueden poner ahí en la comunidad y se las respondemos. Muchas gracias.
Yep. Thank you so much.
I am in the corner store.
Let's go. I'm in the corner store.
Yes. I love it. I don't know what they be saying, but it sounds fun.
Guys,
it sounds sexy, right?
Go to the link tree.
It does.
Go to the link tree. I activated the Zoom chat. So if you guys go to the link tree, click on that first. It says WA Meetings After Hours Show. Click on that, and we'll put you in the chat over here, and you guys can discuss things. Have talk.
Come argue.
Tell
us how stupid we
guys.
are.
So for now, we're about to hit the after hours. For everybody else, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Peace.
Good night.
Peace.
Boop.